Welcome to Studio DSM. My name is Adam Bergman. We are doing this in a cooperation between Donse Shipping Meet and Swedish shipping magazine Sjöfartstidningen. And now I would like to welcome Roger Holm, Vice President of Marine Solutions on rtsila.
Thank you.
Welcome to Donse.
Thank you very much.
Is this your first time at Donse?
It is actually, so I'm very excited to be here. It's a really interesting event.
Great. First, shortly, what does your part of rtsila is a great big company. What does your part of rtsila do?
I'm responsible for the marine business, so it means everything we do on new build, from bridges to automation to engines to propellers, including as well even simulators and port control systems, as well as how we handle the whole life cycle of that for our customers. So
large responsibilities.
Everything related to marine.
Yes. I want to begin with we have sort of a theme here at Donse Shipping Meet, which is environmental issues.
Yeah.
And I know rtsila is doing a lot of work in that area. What do you do?
We start really from our purpose of the company, enabling sustainable societies with smart technology. And what we really want to do is how do we enable better business, help the environment, and actually also make the shipping community and the navigation more safe. And we believe all of these can be combined. So it's really after a win-win solution. So what we try to do is how do we look at connecting dots in the smart marine ecosystem, connecting smart vessels with smart ports. So how can we use less fuel, getting the vessel with the least amount of fuel from port A to port B?
Yeah.
How do we optimize the navigation to do that? And how do we use data for the value of our customers and the environment in the end? Because we believe that when you look at it, close to 90% of the goods in the world are transported by shipping at some point in time.
So you could make a large impact.
It's a huge impact and it's a huge opportunity as well. And this is why we are so excited about this, because it's about how we can use technology that mostly exists today.
Yeah.
It just requires more cooperation. It sounds simple, it's a bit more complicated than that, but it's a huge opportunity.
What are you and your colleagues doing here at Donse during these days?
I think we have quite advanced customers here visiting, so we talk a lot about the future, both from fuel perspective, what are the future fuels of this shipping world, but also how can we connect more, how can we use artificial intelligence data, how do we optimize the voyage planning, the voyage optimization, how do we optimize the time we get to port, how do we optimize then the power production on board, all of these things which are coming step by step and will help the environment and the money making. Interesting.
We see now that in the end of this year NOx 2020 will come into force, and the global sulfur cap and such, and we already had SECA up in the north here, but how does your company prepare for these kind of regulations?
Yeah, it's actually twofold. One is the scrubber business that we have, where we have seen a huge uptake already starting last year on order intake for scrubbers. Then the other part is also the more traction on LNG as a fuel, and LNG of course mostly then for new builds, scrubbers mostly for retrofits and partly for new builds. So it's dual from a technology point of view, and then there are of course customers selecting to go for low sulfur fuels as well.
Yeah. There's a lot of things going on in the society always, of course, but if you try to predict the future, say 5 to 10 years, what issues, questions will change shipping?
I see two technology issues, and then the third one is really the overall collaboration, less silo thinking and more collaboration in the ecosystem. Technology-wise, I think it's the fuel discussion. We will see a more mixture of different fuels in the future. LNG will play a big role to take down the greenhouse gas emissions that we need to do for the 2050 targets to half it. The other part is then the connectivity and the digitalization. So both of these things we believe will have a double-digit improvement percentage for the shipping community, both the fuel and then the connectivity. But to achieve that, it means also a lot of more cooperation in the ecosystem.
Yeah.
I believe it's doable, but we need to look at then how the different parts are connected to each other.
Of course. To finish off, here at Dunse, you have a lot of customers here at Dunse with the shipping companies. How would you say that they compare to other international customers in regards to what do they ask for and what do the international customers ask for?
I think many things what we see here, and I've actually already talked to some of our customers where they are ready to be the first ones, the first movers. And this is extremely interesting, of course, for us as well, that you are a front runner. You look at what is the world changing and how will it change. Is it then for technology? Is it for connectivity? We see many things what I talk about here are already in the pipelines or being done by customers here to some extent. So what I see here is a lot of front thinking development, and that's really interesting.
Interesting. And thank you for visiting me here at Studio DSM.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And thank you for watching. My name is Adam Bergman, and more videos can be found on YouTube and on sjöfartstidningen.se. And thank you until next time. Bye.
Tack ska du ha.